Friends, I am Dr. Navedul Haq, PG Department of Chemistry, Bihar University. Well, today I will give you some information about the urea cycle. This video is for urea cycle. Well, you know, when you talk urea cycle, you are talking amino acid metabolism. Okay? So, and when you are talking amino acid metabolism, you are also talking protein metabolism. Both are same. So when you talk urea, obviously there is first term is urea. So this lecture I have tried to give you some of the things you must know relating to urea. So let us start with all things you must know as the students of chemistry or biochemistry regarding urea. So here you are, now you can see, obviously this is urea cycle, and you see urea is NH2CONH2. This is the structural formula of urea. This is the structural formula of urea. So you can see that it has an amide function. You know that CONH2 is the amide function. So obviously you can see that you have a 2-amide function. So you can see that it has a diamide structure. Urea has a diamide structure, and also urea is called carbamide. Urea is called carbamide. Why? Because it is diamide of carbonic acid. It is diamide of carbonic acid. Now you see this is the structure of carbonic acid. You have a carboxylic group to which OH is attached. You must be knowing that it is quite simple that carbonic acid is formed in a small amount. Well, it is formed in a small amount when CO2 is dissolved in water. When carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, and obviously when you dissolve carbon dioxide in water, it is called carbonated water. Also, urea is you can see, and you must be knowing, urea is a very historically very important compound because it was the first organic compound to be synthesized, in laboratory by German scientist Wöhler. So what he did? He evaporated a solution of potassium isocyanate and ammonium sulfate, which leads to formation of urea. Okay, actually first ammonium isocyanate is formed, and this ammonium isocyanate undergoes rearrangement to form urea. Okay, now what is very important in urea? You see here when you have some information regarding urea, you must be knowing that an adult secretes around 30 gram per day of urea in his urine. 30 gram per day. Why? Because as I told you, urea is a very important physiological compound as well. It is the chief nitrogenous product of amino acid metabolism. Urea is the chief nitrogenous product of amino acid metabolism, or you can say protein metabolism, which is excreted as a solute in urine. Now you see here, when somebody goes for pathological test, particularly for kidney function test, obviously the test includes urea, uric acid, blood urea nitrogen, and creatinine. So what you see, I have given the limit here for different laboratories. For it is different, but I have taken some data from some standard laboratory like SRL and PathLab. So what you have, the limit range for urea is 17 to 43 milligram per deciliter. 17 to 43 milligram per deciliter. And similarly, for bulk, that is blood urea nitrogen, the limit is 6 to 20 milligram per deciliter. 6 to 20 milligram per deciliter. So I think this is all about some introduction of ammonia, that is its structure, its second name carbamide, being a diamide of carbonic acid. Then historical importance, obviously the first organic compound to be synthesized in the laboratory, and obviously physiological importance of urea, that is it is the end product of chief nitrogenous end product of amino acid metabolism or protein metabolism. And obviously I have given you the two of the references, that is of urea in should be from 17 to 43 mg per deciliter, and BUN should be, the limit range is 6 to 20 milligram per deciliter. And I also talk about that average urea output in urine is 30 gram per day for in case of adult. Okay, this is all about introduction of urea. Next we will talk about the urea cycle.